Always nice to wake up with some soothing music in the background. Oh, I leave my password on the side of the cubicle again. That's probably not a good idea. Okay, what else have we got going on here? My travel bag, some unopened beer cans, Big Benny's fast foods. What was I doing last night? It's all a little bit vague. Anyway, let's get this day started then. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Yaku the Whiplash back with another Star Citizen video, and welcome to Port Olisar. Some nice dramatic music there to go along with the narration. Haha. So yes, this is the persistent universe, or at least the first baby step of it. It's not quite the universe and it's not yet persistent, but this is what we hope will eventually become a vibrant universe of 100 star systems with a couple of landing locations each that we can explore and have some fun in. So Port Olisar is owned and operated by Crusader Industries, another fictional company in the Star Citizen universe. Exactly what they do I'm not sure, but that's not really relevant right now. This is the local hub of activity around planet Crusader. According to the lore, the Stanton system, where ArcCorp, which I showed you in a previous video, is also located. It consists of 4 mega planets, each owned by a mega corporation, and the Crusader is one of them, and they've built this spaceport in orbit around planet Crusader. So I'm currently in the habitat ring. I've just come from the habitat ring, which is where you would spend the night. Pilot's probably not going to require sleep, but be that as it may. And this is the ship deck, so let's pop in and have a look.
Welcome to the Port Olisar ship deck. Please press the screen to continue.
Thank you so much. That was someone taking off overhead, I would assume. So the ship deck is where you can come and order, surprise surprise, your ship.
We kindly ask that guests exit airlocks as soon as it is safe to do so.
Alright, I'll remember that, thanks for the tip. So this is a stylized representation of planet Crusader and its 3 orbiting moons, but I'll show you the real thing outside.
This station has been designated as an armistice zone. Tampering with weapon safety protocols is strictly forbidden.
So, as per the friendly announcer, weapons don't work in here, and most landing zones would be designated safe zones, unless of course you go to a, shall we say, more seedy area of the galaxy where people don't really abide by law and order. But anyway, let's quickly press the screen here. So what you do here is to order your ship for delivery to one of the 10 landing pads on this particular section of the station. I've only got the one, so I only have one ship showing up in the list, but every ship you own, of course, that is present on the station, because they might not all be here, they might be located somewhere else in the verse, would be on this list. So let's order up my ship.
Confirmed. Your ship is currently being delivered to the launch platform.
Thank you so much. So landing pad A1. Let's have a look, where would that be? Ah, here's another guy, so just turn on my augmented reality here again. Mr. Tom X, good morning to you, sir. As per ArcCorp, everyone that's running around here is a real player. There's no NPCs on the station. I assume there'd be more stuff to do later on. Currently you just have the habitat ring and the ship deck, so there's no other areas of the station to visit. Let's quickly have a peek outside though. Here's a nice little viewing deck where you can look at the landing pads. Doesn't look as though anyone else has currently ordered a ship here on the outside, but here you have a view of the station. Oh, there's the planet. I don't actually want to show you that now. I will run outside so you can get a better view of that. Now, where was I again? Landing pad 1, I said. I think that would be this way. That's pad 10. Could I be getting lost? That's very embarrassing. Oh yeah, sorry, it's this way. Here we are. Okay, the airlock works this time around. Looks fine, these airlocks get stuck sometimes. Probably need a maintenance crew to look at that. So the proper safety protocol. The airlock is depressurized before exiting. Look at that frost on the windscreen. Alright, so I have a little HUD indicator that tells me where my ship is. Put some speed into it. And just look at that view. I won't lie to you, this took my breath away the first time I saw it. It is just phenomenal. So Crusader, as you can see, is a gas giant. Looks like Jupiter. From what I hear in the latest patch, that would be patch 2.2, which might be dropping next week. It's currently in testing. They've made some changes to Crusader, and the planet is apparently now much further away than it used to be. So it looks a lot smaller, which is probably more realistic, but certainly doesn't look as spectacular. So a number of people have been complaining about it, saying they want their massive planet back. Ah, there we go. That would be another player taking off in what looks like a 300 series, probably a 300i. So everyone you see flying around here will be a real player flying their real ship, unlike in ArcCorp where I went ship spotting on the bridge, where it was just computer generated ships. Oh, there's a Gladius taking off. Wow. Looks like he went straight into cruise mode and he's really traveling. Right, so let's walk around on the landing pad for a second to give you an idea of what the place looks like. I can also fly off the edge and do a little bit of EVA, but I'm not going to do that right now. There, we have an Avenger parked over there. You can actually see the pilot running out to get into it. He should be opening the back door just about now. Safely standing back so it doesn't whack him on the head. And runs up the ramp. And he'll be taking off, I think, any second now. So, there's currently 16 players per server, which is not a lot, but it does give you some room for a bit of multiplayer fun. People have been kind enough to allow other people to fly their ships, or for the guys with the big multiplayer ships like the Constellation and the Retaliator, they are always looking for crew members. So they'd order up their ship on the landing pad and then go on to chat, which I can show you like so. Currently nobody chatting, but there we are. This is how we communicate with each other on the CO server. And then you can invite crew members to come and play with you, and you can all get onto the big multiplayer ship and fly off into the big black together. But yeah, so I got a fan letter this week, which is quite exciting. I think it's my first fan letter, and I'm actually going to read it to you. It says, "Dear Whiplash, I really enjoy watching your videos. I noticed in the previous one that there was a use icon next to your Aurora spaceship in the hangar. Does this mean you can get inside it? Your biggest fan, John." So thank you, John, firstly for your letter, and the answer is yes indeed, I can get inside my Aurora, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Isn't that exciting? So as per popular request, let's open the door, shall we? Get up my ladder. So as I told you in the previous video, this is my actual spaceship, the Aurora Regili, that I'm going to be flying in the final game. At least the ship I'll be starting with. You can earn other ships as you play using in-game currency. This one came with my game package. I actually paid real money for it, but I plan to work my way up from this, which is a little starter ship, and get some bigger ones to fly later on. But this one will always be fondly remembered as my first, so I don't think I'm going to be selling it. Oops, I wonder if this guy's going to try and get on my ship. He is actually. It's mine. Let me get into the seat before he tries something funny. Problem is, as soon as the pilot has opened the ship, other players can actually get in and fly away with it if they want to. So there's been a lot of ship stealing going on.
Welcome to Robert Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
Alright.
Takeoff complete. Landing complete. Takeoff complete. Landing gear raised. Radar contact.
Not as graceful a takeoff as I would have liked, but it'll do for now. So let's cruise around a bit and have a look at what's happening. As I showed you in the free flight video as well, currently in precision mode, which caps you at 50 meters per second. So this is for precision maneuvering, which comes in handy when you're flying close to a place like a space station. So let's just slowly maneuver around and have a look at Port Olisar. There she is. Isn't that pretty? So there's 4 habitat rings and docking platforms as far as I remember. You can order up your ship at any one of them. So eventually there'll be room for a lot more players than just the 16. I think the next patch will be expanding the server size to 24. So there'll be space for you and your friends, and hopefully that'll be increasing even further down the line. The biggest limiting factor at this point is getting the netcode stable, from what I understand, but there's also the fact that these ships have been done to a level of detail that hasn't really been attempted before. So the question is whether your PC has the grunt to be able to run with more than 15 or 20 or so ships in view. You obviously wouldn't see all of them at the same time necessarily, but
Stand by. Scanning. Radar contact.
okay, we've got company. Let's scan. Ah, here's a man in a freelancer.
Stand by. Scanning. Radar contact.
Let's stand back and see if we can find him. There he is. He's probably taking off now. It's Planet Crusader again. Really, really gorgeous. So I'm quickly going to switch this to another flight mode that allows me a little bit more speed. This is now SCM, or Space Combat Maneuvering mode. That allows me to get up to the maximum speed of my Aurora, which is not much. It's 195 meters per second at the moment. But one thing which I cannot do, or could not do in free flight mode, but which I can do here, is to switch to what's known as cruise mode. And now I can accelerate significantly fast. Ah, there we go. I'm leaving the armistice zone. That means is that my ship's weapons are now coming online. The area close to the station has been designated an armistice zone, which means you cannot fire your weapons, either your sidearm or the ship's weapons. But now I should be able to. There we are. So this is now a weapons-free zone. Now your maneuvering in cruise mode becomes significantly more difficult. The ship doesn't want to turn because it's going quickly. So if I want to maneuver, I have to slow back down. Let's go back to SCM mode again. And it becomes possible to turn. There we are, now I can maneuver again. So this almost brings me to the end of this video. Just wanted to give you a quick look at Port Olisar and surroundings. Look how small it is already. I've been traveling, I can tell you that. So there's a huge area of space here to explore. It's impossible to fit all of it into one video, so my next couple of videos will be focusing on the Crusaders, or the area surrounding Crusader inside the Stanton system, the area that is currently explorable, and all of the many things you can do there. So stand by for
Radar
that.
contact. Stand by. Scanning. Radar contact.
Hopefully you enjoyed this, so I'll be seeing you soon. Cheers for now.